here with Jeremy Davis at the Manor. This is our first on location, I'll call it, instead of in the studio, with Matt Cherokee. Cherokee into the door I, because you won't recognize it if you see his spelling of his name. So yeah, we're just honored to actually come in here and have an inaugural podcast with Jeremy. Matt and I are just doing something different, kind of just going around town and finding cool people doing cool stuff, cool businesses, and sponsored by Bison Ventures, which is the mortgage company that I own. We are Informed Mortgage Lending, residential mortgage, and Matt is a real estate agent with the brokery. And one of the first people we thought of was Jeremy, because he kind of fits the mold of the former mortgage banker turned cooler guy.
Always cool.
And cooler than your former job, by having Manor, which I know in town here, everybody kind of knows that Manor is the local cool brand. It's funny, you see it at the country clubs as well as the teenage kids and the guys in their 40s and 50s at ACC wearing the socks and the shorts. As you can see, he's dressed, even though he's a older guy, he's dressed like he's way cooler than us. So, so anyways, like I said before, so Jeremy owns the Manor. They do a lot of business in the store, but a ton of business online. And so we'll get into that. But let's just start a little bit about where you're from and what kind of led you to Arizona.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Las Vegas and never really loved living there. And when the opportunity came up to go to college, ASU and U of A were definitely high on the list, and moved here to go to ASU in 2000.
So as a kid growing up in Vegas, where did you live in Vegas, by the way?
We always moved west.
Okay.
Rainbow
further away from the Strip as possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as the town grew west, we moved west. We moved every few years as a kid.
Okay. So what were you like as a kid in Vegas? Were you a guy were you into fashion, style? Were you into sports? What were you into?
I was into sports, played basketball growing up, played definitely skateboarded, BMX. There's a lot of desert, so
yeah.
After school, we'd hop on the bike or skateboard and go meet up somewhere.
That's very similar to the Phoenix vibe too, right?
Yeah.
You might go from playing a basketball and then a baseball game and then go to a skate park, so.
Yeah.
So you went to ASU. When did you start doing, so did you get right into the mortgage business right out of school?
So I graduated, moved back to Las Vegas, and got my real estate license, started selling real estate. And in 2006, I don't know, I owned a house at the time. I didn't fully understand the whole concept of owning a house, paying a mortgage. I'm like, how the hell am I going to pay this mortgage for the next 30 years? And decided to sell it. And the goal was to move here in 2006 to open a sneaker store at that time, and nobody would give me a lease. It was the height of the real estate market here. And after about 6 months of trying, I decided I needed to get a job, and I had a buddy at Chase. And he's like, come over here and learn the business.
Start grinding the phones?
Yeah, dial for dollars.
So we did some research on you, and one of the things said that as a kid, you said your other friends were saying, I'm going to go be a pro athlete or something like that. You said, I'm going to own a mall.
Yeah.
So you always kind of had this in you.
Yeah, second grade, I was never a good free throw shooter. Got my first pair of Jordans, and that game I made every free throw. The rest was history. Had to be the shoes. But I was always into sneakers, whole life, competitions with friends, who could get the best sneakers, who could get the most sneakers. Ever since second grade. And that's when they asked me that question that year.
Where was that done? Where was that question asked from?
It was in second grade somewhere. I still have the little form. It said, I showed it for the sneakers interview we did a few years back.
That's what I mean. So it was an interview for what? Was it a magazine or what was it?
No, it was
the
just
recent one you just did.
Oh, the recent one was on Sneakers, the app for Nike.
Sneakers, the app for Nike.
During
Gotcha.
Super Bowl.
Gotcha. So the whole time you're doing mortgages, you're also doing a side hustle.
The side hustle didn't start until 2016.
Oh, okay.
I just talked about it for a long time.
Okay.
And finally, Jackie, she said, you got to stop talking about it and either do it or please just stop, because I'm tired of hearing about it.
So when was did you just go, okay, fine, I'm going to give it a shot? And what was your first move?
First move, the inspo behind like my vision was 50s era retail. I think that's when Phoenix really started taking off, and started a Google search. I'm like, I'm really doing it this time, and came across Uptown Plaza being renovated, and it was like the original shopping center in Phoenix. They're bringing it back to the mid-century look, and I was like, this is it.
This has always been your dream and vision, but you had no clue what you were doing. Really, right?
Yeah,
like,
it was just,
I'm going to open this store.
I'm going to figure it out.
Let's go type deal. That's awesome.
So you're like, I'm going to go rent space and pay rent and have a couple shirts and try to figure it out. Okay, so then what happened so what was the first big brand you signed?
The one brand that we still have today that we had when we opened is Stussy.
Okay.
And I mean, they've maintained relevancy for the past 40 years. It's
right.
crazy.
And so how did that go? Like, what do you have to do that?
At that time, no one really had them here. It was just make an order.
Really, that's it?
Yeah.
So you don't have to get like wholesale contracts. You don't go to meet with them. You don't have to give them a reason why you guys are like what you're doing.
We had little decks that we'd show each brand. Like,
okay,
hey, this is where we are. This is why we're here.
Okay. And then what was the next one?
Because
I mean, like you have like if you look around the store, I mean, it's like you have Asics, you have obviously Nike, you have, is it Veja or Veja?
Veja.
I mean, On Cloud. I mean, basically like any like massive major store franchise or not franchise, but you know what I mean, just major worldwide stores have the same brands.
Yeah.
So how long has it like been like that? Because I'm even Birkenstocks are in here.
Yeah.
So like, how does that all work? K-Swiss.
I think the defining moment for us, we got Adidas shortly after we opened, and that was when Kanye just got signed to him. The Boost era was going up, Jordans were kind of going down, and every time we'd get in 30 pairs of Ultra Boosts, we'd post on Instagram, we'd have a line, everyone would come in, and it was just constant. So I think having them for as long as we did, and when Adidas started dying off, I got a call. I'll never forget, I'm driving down the 143, and the guy that I had been communicating with at Nike called me. He's like, he had his boss on the phone with him too, and he's like, hey, we were just calling to tell you we're going to open you.
Wow.
And that was April of 18.
Okay.
I think they called in February. We got our first delivery in April.
So what about like the financial part of it all? Like, did you have to bring in partners, or did you fund everything yourself? Did you get small business loans? Like, what did you do?
We had a little small business loan, decent line of credit, and then it was just my wife and I.
And you were doing decent in the mortgage business, so that helped.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was helping.
Yeah. So when they say that they're going to open up to you, does that mean you get like a certain quantity of each shoe, or do you just get to pick and choose what you want, or how does that work?
Nike segments all their different like styles. They have what we're called a neighborhood account. So we go to select amount of styles, and it's the more limited. You're not going to find all of them at Foot Locker or the big box stores. So getting that was huge. I mean, we got in, I think it was like 80 pairs of a certain shoe was our first release in April, and sold them all the first day. I'm like, holy shit, this is
I do know
real.
this. It's like really hard to find shoes in store compared to online. Because anything I've ever come in and wanted is you're like, dude, just sold out. So it's a little bit different. So a lot of your business is online.
We do more between the two stores than online, but a significant
I forgot
portion
you do have
is-
another store. That's out in where? Agritopia or?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Are you going to open up a third?
I don't know. There's talks. I mean, I'd be interested in doing something like Fifth Ave area. I don't know if it's just Manor branded or just pop-ups, but
Fifth Ave down in Old Town?
in Old Town.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot actually. So,
At tourists.
So, quick question. So, like, when you got that first Nike shipment, do they say, here's 80 pairs of shoes, you have a month to sell them out? Or is there do they put a time limit on it before they send you more? Or how does that work?
So the way it was working, it's called Quick Strike. And so they send you the month before, they'll send you a list of all the Quick Strike styles. And you can pick from that list on what you want to sell.
Okay.
And you'll get one of those ideally every month if you keep doing the right things. But they don't give you a time frame. They kind of know the time frame just from all the market research and money they put into that.
And was most of the marketing that you did early on just through social media? And I know you said you connected with the art community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But was it pretty much social media? Hey, we're doing this drop on this day. show up before they're done and.
Yeah, I mean, because at that time we
First
didn't
come,
really
first
have
serve.
email list or anything like that. It was before
A lot of
TikTok.
it was like grassroots friends, like all doing it too, right? It's all of a sudden, and then we can get to the logo and the name. It's like, dude, before I even knew you, I was driving my kids here, right? And that was a long time ago because my kids thought
Open
like
10
the
years.
place was cool, right? And so I asked him this earlier because I saw it like in our notes. It makes sense, obviously, but Manor's a cool name, but the neighborhood's called the Manor, right?
Yeah.
And I never even thought about that until I was reading that today, which is dumb. But the logo's cool, the artwork's cool, and so that it just kind of took off, right? Like I was saying before, like all our friends are wearing the stuff too when we're out just playing sports. So let's get into the hat. So the hat you're wearing now is a New Era hat.
Yeah.
And you were talking to me a little bit about how that works. Like I said, why are you making so many hats with New Era? Because there's all these there's a lot of brands that you can just go get that aren't like a New Era brand, right? That would be cheaper. So why is it that you guys do New Era?
New Era is just consistent. You can go anywhere in the world, pick up a New Era. If it's a 950 A-frame, you know it's going to fit a certain way. If it's a 950, you know it's going to fit a certain way. Like they're consistent and they're premium and
like you said, it's a premium brand. I think when people see it, then it's like, so that's, he said he had to get that licensed with the Mets, but that's
it's just MLB.
Which is, okay, just MLB, but that's the Manor hat.
Yeah.
But just because he's using the Mets colors, he has to license it through MLB and pay us a fee, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But so the MLB has a contract with New Era that says anybody who has any colors with anything that we do with any of our teams that we get a piece.
MLB is definitely the most
that's
sensitive
nuts.
relationship.
Well, they,
Yeah.
I mean,
they
they
have it on
are.
their jersey, don't they? I think.
Well, every single hat
Yeah.
that's MLB related is
So all the players wear New Era.
Yeah.
on field, spring
Gotcha.
training.
I guess I didn't realize that. And so some of the other brands that you guys that you guys make hats with, is it other stuff or is it all New Era?
If it's not New Era, then it's done completely custom overseas and it's
Okay,
our specs.
gotcha.
I do agree with him. New Era fits the best. Guys that have larger heads, fit in the New Era hat better than.
I mean, it's a great, yeah. But the style is like the all wool. I guess that's wool, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the melon style hat?
I think they're a great hat. I don't know how many $90 hats I can sell every month.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious because there's so many, like you said, like the people can go make a similar knockoff version overseas and bring it here, and it looks basically the same. I don't know if it's like the technology is the same, but with the wider holes,
Right.
without like the netting, but it's the wider holes. You know, it's funny because like you don't know, like it's like the upside down lettering, right? It's not really. Is that in style anymore? I don't think it. It may not be.
I don't know.
I was told it's not.
I have the Diamondbacks.
Because I
World
was gonna
Series
go.
one.
I was gonna
Upside
go.
down.
Yeah, but that was then.
Yeah.
So you never know, like the that style. If it's like what the look is. Like this is just more of like a clean, cool look. But we're ordering some of those hats from our vendor, and they look great.
You're
but
not paying $45 a hat.
No, we're paying $18.
Yeah, I like that business model a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, why tie up that much money in it?
But good thing we don't sell them. We give them away. So it's 6 in 1, half dozen here, I guess. But so let's move just a little bit into how you guys are affiliated with grass clippings. I think this is where Matt comes in very well because he's more knowledgeable on that. So what was it? 4 years ago, grass clippings opened up a grass league,
or 3.5.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
it started before COVID, basically. Maybe 2018, 17, 18 was when it was just friends and family type deal at Mountain Shadows, and then I think their goal was to build it into more of a team event, and I think that's where you come in because you're owner of the Phoenix United team.
Yep.
And I know I was telling you earlier, I get a lot of questions. I mean, I have no affiliation with grass clippings, but I grew up with those guys, and they're all great guys, and they all think that I'm like part of the team, which I'm not. I'm just a fan that goes to the tournaments.
You're part of their community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could just kind of give a little background into what the grass league is, how the ownership, like what made you want to buy a team? Because I get that question. Why would somebody buy a team? How does that work? How do they make any
how do you
money?
get involved?
How do they get players? All that type of stuff, you know?
Totally. I didn't know what it was either.
Yeah.
And I think we're still defining it.
It is changing. Like every year it's bigger and better, and there's a new thing here or there. And so,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's a new way to look at golf. It's getting that younger golfer more interested. It's more inviting, more inclusive. I mean, the grass league is basically what going to be higher stakes par 3. Right now it's high stakes par 3. And we all compete in 3 different tournaments every year. And right now there's 11 franchises. We were the 3rd franchise to finalize the deal.
so you got in at a good time.
We did get in a good time.
Did you already have your pop-up sort of store in grass clippings?
So my neighbor, you guys know Joe Serwinski.
Yeah.
He lived across the street from me, and he's like, hey, you got to talk to my friend Jimmy. He's just bought the golf course. I think you guys should do the shoe wall in there. And he also wants to talk to you about a franchise. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about, a franchise?
Yeah. So Joe's the one responsible for that. Dick. I didn't know it was him.
So Jimmy,
I'm jealous is what I'm saying.
Jimmy and I met, and he started talking to me about it. And at that time, it was like $160,000. I'm like, well, I don't have $160,000. Just throw it against the wall and hope it sticks.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned there was someone else that wanted to buy a team, but they wouldn't sell him a team because it wasn't a brand. So I met with those guys and happened to know Justin, play golf with Justin before, which was Pete's brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to come up with 50%, and I tapped in with 2 of my really good friends, Rocky, who built Timeless, and then Jeff, who built Four Loko from the ground up. And they both have history building brands. We're good friends, and I felt like that minimal amount of money that we'd put up wouldn't jeopardize our friendship.
Yeah.
Like, you never want to go into business with your friends, but I feel like we all know it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Damn, those are 2 good partners too, or 3, I guess, good partners. But I didn't realize it was Jeff and Rocky.
Yeah.
They're not. Are they as involved as you are in it?
Rocky's doing a lot of stuff. Jeff is kind of he helps us on the high level stuff.
Okay.
But Jeff's so busy right now. He's launching a new brand. It's a vodka seltzer drink.
Great story about Jeff. I would just pivot for a second here. I just heard this the other day that he was in Mexico with one of our other friends, Kurt Kramer. I think it was Kurt. And I think they were there maybe for a YPO event, and they were just sitting in a bar, and there was they just ended up talking to a bunch of like college kids.
Yeah.
And the college kids were talking to them basically, and like, hey, what do you guys do? And Kurt goes, you guys ever heard of Four Loko? And they're like, yeah, we drink it all the time. He invented it. And it was like, he goes, instantaneous fame. I mean, like, they were like, you would have thought that they saw freaking Michael Jordan.
The president.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is like, they could not be taking pictures with the dude. Jeff's kind of a shy guy. He's not like always, he's like,
He's
not that guy. Oh, but he said it was the fucking best thing ever.
Funny story.
Jeff's the greatest dude ever.
The greatest. The funny story about Jeff is before I met him he invited me on a trip to Vegas on a private jet that he chartered for the day.
Yeah.
And we became really good friends since, but he told me a story. He used to wait in line out here for like sneaker releases.
Oh,
What?
really?
Yeah.
Really?
The dude's into fashion.
And then he showed me some of the original hats like that.
Dude, that's
I don't
crazy.
even have anymore.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So anyways, getting back to grass clippings then. So you guys got the second team, the third team, not knowing exactly what was going to happen with it.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was at Mountain Shadows?
No, it was the first
Okay.
no tournament was set yet, but the first tournament was going to be at grass clippings at Rolling Hills.
Okay, so what was it at Mountain Shadows then? You were saying
When
that,
they
18 and
originally
19.
started, it was just like friends and family.
oh,
just,
gotcha. It wasn't the league yet. It was
No,
just
it
like,
was not the it was just like the grass clippings
Open.
tournament. Yeah, and
Gotcha.
And it was kind of this. It was a similar situation, 2-man teams, but the second year I think it was they did like a Calcutta where you could like bet on the team because there was no ownership or anything like that. It was just you and me playing, and Jeremy could buy our team for
Gotcha.
X amount of dollars, and if we won, he would get a nice payday type deal. And then after that is when they implemented the leagues and the ownership and all that type of stuff. And they got obviously what it's grown to today and continues to grow with the sponsorships. And I mean now they're on the Golf Channel. And
yeah,
it's crazy to see what it started out as, just, you know, a fun little tournament with your friends at Mountain Shadows, to now like seeing these guys on the Golf Channel.
Even when we signed, it was kind of just like a fun side thing, and
Yeah.
it got real really quick.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, in 5 years, it's basically gone from 0 to 100, basically.
and
it
we've
just
had it
keeps
2.5,
going. Yeah.
and
COVID was in the middle of that, you know. So I think they took 1 year off from
Yeah.
the tournament. And
So how do you guys pick the team?
well, originally I didn't know the level of golfer that there is today. I mean, we were thinking like, hey, let's have the cool team that also can play good.
Yeah.
And we were going after, like, we had a qualifier, and like there was a bunch of athletes that came out. Merrill Kelly tried out for our team, Jagger Eaton, the skateboarder,
Yeah.
and like we just filled it up. We filled the last 2 spots off that qualifier, but it was more like Justin handles that whole side of it, our other partner. But there's a community of guys that play in a skins game every Monday night at Grass Clippings, and kind of grew from there. We had Austin Quick and Tyler Waworski were 2 of the first guys we picked up, who just won the most recent tournament. But we kind
Those
of,
are all just local kids.
yeah. Austin played at ASU, played on the South American tour with Tyler. They became friends out there, and kind of leaned on them for input and introductions.
yeah, I mean, I feel like if you look at when each year before the tournament comes out, somewhere on one of the Grass Clippings social medias or whatever, they'll put like the players with their names, and this guy's a +7 handicap, and this guy's like, they're all +5, +6, +4, +7. I mean,
And they all have regular jobs too, right? These guys aren't. This is not their living yet.
Yeah,
So that, you know, because
for the most part.
yeah, unless
depends on who you ask.
yeah, okay,
I think all the franchise owners have jobs too.
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, well, kind of.
True.
Yeah, kind of. So, how many franchises are there now?
There's 11 now, and word is they're going to put up an RFP for one more franchise this year to play in next year's events.
So, were all the franchises local Arizona people with beginning, or was it? Because I noticed it's state by state now.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
mean,
always like that?
it was always going to be each state had a team.
Okay.
Arizona has 2. We have Scottsdale and Phoenix.
Okay.
LA has 2. They have the LA Roses and Hollywood Hitters.
Oh, yeah.
Dave Roberts from the Dodgers.
Mhm.
He owns the LA Roses.
Okay.
So I mean, it's the Minnesota franchise. They have Minnesota roots, but they live here.
So where?
I think there's a Canadian team, or there was.
There was, and that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
They're no longer in
But
the
like
league.
Detroit Auto Aces, Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Swamp Dogs, San Diego Munis,
Yeah.
New York Bluebirds.
So talk to us a little bit about the tough part of it. Has there been struggles at all?
Totally.
Okay, like going like we shouldn't do this. We're going to continue to do this. Like, what are the things the backs?
No, none of that. It's never, should we keep doing this, should we not? I mean, it's definitely, it's starting to take up more and more time from other things that we're doing, but it's all rewarding, and it's just work. But so like for the Grass Clippings Open, we didn't know who the 4 players were that we were going to draft, and we got to have uniforms that match everyone else. It's like, how do you do that?
Right. So it's the logistics.
So we're ordering a bunch of different shoes and a bunch of different tops and bottoms and printing them. And
So why is that though? Because is it a draft that like all the teams? It's like a legit draft, or you guys just go out and find your players? But now there's like a pool of players, like the NBA draft, and you'd have
Yeah.
to go and like, okay, your draft 4, and it's like a lottery pick is 1, or whatever.
Yeah, because now there's like a qualifier, so 100 guys play in the qualifier, and the top
25
25 guys
going to the draft.
go into the draft, and then from there it's like
22 of those guys get picked up.
and
okay.
and you decide that by, hey, I know you, you're really good, or you played great, you'd fit well with our team type deal. Like,
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because I mean, like even if so, the top 22, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to pick like it's not going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. You might have picked the guy that was like 19th, but he like his buddies with the dude that's already on the team. You're like, we're going to snag that guy. Okay.
And I feel like with team golf, it's better to have that locker room guy than it is the guy that plays one good round a year.
So could there be guys on your team that were already on your team from the previous tournament that may not get to play in the tournament because the 2 new guys that you drafted are better? Or?
No, we have to cut our team back by 2 teams and
Gotcha.
let go of 4 guys.
Okay, so that's why you see like, hey, I played last year, but I got cut this year because 2 new dudes came in.
Yep.
You have to get rid of guys every year.
So that part's tough because you build
sucks.
these relationships. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they get picked up by another team?
Yeah, which also sucks.
So what? That is so weird.
Yeah, because I've known people who have played on a team, not won it, but have done okay, and then they get cut because 2 other better players get drafted or whatever. And it's just, that's kind of the pecking order. You know, I mean, I know a lot of teams have like one season they go in with all guys, and the next season it's pretty much a whole rebuild except maybe 1 or 2 players.
All because they're just the people that are coming in are just better.
Yeah.
Well, last year in the Grass Clippings Open, our team finished dead last. Played like shit. Didn't have anybody in the top 10. I was so pissed off. I left the tournament early. I went to Stake 44. I'm like, I'm done. I don't even want to be around this. I'm so mad. Like all this time and effort, and we don't get anything. And then this year we come in, and there was no pressure on us. Everyone's like, what's going on with United? You guys just got beat in it was a match in between, like leading up to it. Got smoked.
In the matchup.
Versus the Munis. And we came out and we won. Yeah. So
it's the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the
golf,
guys that
golf
won.
sucks.
The guys that
It's
won
so
are
hard.
Yeah.
Just never know.
the guys that won are the real deal.
Yeah.
Like Austin Quick's been around forever. Junior golf, and I don't know Tyler, but
Who was the guy that was like on the Corn Ferry that like made that putt just to stay on the tour? That was like he was new this year, and they made a big deal out of him. He was kind of a bigger dude. Him and his buddy both.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I mean, like he was like basically like the world celebrity for a while there because he like made a putt on the last day
on the grass league.
No,
in the
in
grass
Q
league?
school.
Yeah, in Q school, that whole thing.
Right.
You remember this one?
No.
I forget who you're
Gotta
talking
do that. It was every interview and everywhere he goes. He's a huge. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Obviously not that big because nobody really paid attention to it.
He's not in the grass league, so
Yeah,
I don't know who
He
is.
was in the grass league. That's the whole point.
Oh, was
It's
he?
like freaking went
oh,
to
I
the
know who you're
grass
talking
league.
about. I saw him just the other day. I forget his name though.
And like his best friend went into the
Yeah,
grass
yeah.
league too. They were both there.
Yeah, I
together.
know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, he was on the mini tours forever.
Yeah.
And he called his dad and was like,
Yes.
I did it. I made
All
it.
over
Yeah,
ESPN.
that's the one that plays on the Munis.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Chen, right?
No.
no. He's definitely not Asian.
He's
No.
not.
No, he's
guy.
white.
He's a
Cut
big
that
guy.
part.
Yeah, let's cut this whole thing out. Yeah. What time is it on the calendar?
Yeah, I know who you're
He's a
talking
big
about, but
white
I don't know.
dude.
Yeah.
Well, Chen called his dad after he qualified for the U.S. Open and was like crying because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, dude, you know what? Whatever.
And that-
Anyways, moving back. Let's move back over to the Manor for a second
Yeah.
here because I just thought of something else I wanted to talk about. I talked about like the tough times with grass clippings or the grass league. Let's talk about like the difficulty with this and like the struggles that you had to go through to kind of like, okay, this is gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, so you came in, you got to play this, you got the contracts with a few stores, you're trying to get some stuff sold, and then you eventually get the contract with Nike, but you still had to pay rent, electricity, gas, water, electric. Payroll. I mean, all these things. So, I mean, like, how many times were you guys sitting around, you and your wife, just going like, okay, can we do this?
I always had an optimistic outlook.
Yeah.
My wife didn't always. She's like,
Yeah.
are we ever going to make money doing this?
Right.
And I mean, we just, I don't know, stuck to the plan, kept grinding, and eventually the workload became too much keeping both jobs. And finally, when we were getting set to open Gilbert, it's like, I got to leave the mortgage business.
Yeah.
When was that? When did you open Gilbert?
We opened in May of 23.
Okay. So you were still in mortgages while you're doing this from 2016 to 23?
I left in, I think it was like June or July. No, I left in May of 22.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so still, 4 years?
yeah,
At that point, were you doing a good amount of business online?
online was, it was all rocking.
It was rocking.
Yeah.
And did you do that yourself?
I had an agency help me for a
Okay.
while doing Google AdWords, but eventually I think our list grew to a point where we were spending more on AdWords than we needed to, and I slowly dialed it back, and sales kept going up. So,
And you guys went through a point too where like it would just be like one shoe. You'd pop up on Instagram and my feed and be like limited sale, and then you go back and be like all gone. I mean, that was like almost like how you guys worked it, right? It was like, all right, we're gonna have this shoe, be ready because we have this many of this size, and I felt like they would just be sold out of like so fast.
it's going to happen tomorrow. We have those. Have you seen the Nike Mind Slides? It's like there's these little nubs on the bottom, and when you walk, each one hits a pressure point on your foot, and it's supposed to stimulate your brain. But
Does it?
They're dope.
Yeah.
I like them. Yeah.
So that's the inside. So they're just like a regular shoe, but the inside of the.
It's a slide like a mule, so open back.
Gotcha.
It's all made out of like EVA rubber.
Okay.
But super comfortable, easy to wear, and we got a small amount here and a small amount in Gilbert.
Is it totally different than the ones up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Those
I'll
are
show
like
you
the
guys.
golf slides, right? Like
Yeah,
the golf shoe
Jordan.
slides. And the slides are freaking out of control right now. It seems like they're popping up everywhere.
Everyone wants something to replace that Yeezy slide that they wore 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And those are just completely gone. Nobody wants them.
My
anymore.
son won't wear them. I'm not wearing them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was kind of a crash and burn. But it was wild for a while there. I remember my son walking in with them, and I was like, geez.
Yeah,
like,
what are those?
What is going on in this world? They're like, oh, they're the coolest things ever. I was like, they're not that cool.
They're not, though.
They're not, though. But, I'm an old man. What am I going to say?
So can you tell us?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got? You did the NFL, like the origins.
Yeah.
Stuff, and because those are awesome. Those jackets and all the stuff you guys did for that. How did that even come about?
So, like a year and a half before Super Bowl came here, the NFL reached out.
Okay.
And I was standing right here. I'll never forget it. It was a phone call, and they're like, "I'm so and so from the NFL." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! Who's this?"
Yeah.
What? And they're like, "No, really. Like, we're doing this program," and they referenced the one they did in LA the year before, and looked into it, and it was awesome opportunity. So they gave us full creative control. It was a reduced royalty rate, and that's when I called Greg, who did our original logo. Both logos, and said, "Hey, we have this opportunity. Can you help me with it?" And we've worked together ever since.
That's awesome. So do you still do stuff for the NFL, or is that just like a one-time thing for the Super Bowl?
So I'm not consistently working with the NFL. The Cardinals reached out to do a collab, and the NFL royalties, truthfully, are just ridiculous.
Really?
I mean,
Just not worth it. Oh,
it's a minimum. It's not for a small business like
Yeah.
us. I mean, they want us to pay them $10,000 to do something, but they're the ones that need to get integrated in this local community authentically, and I don't know why I got to pay them $10,000 to do it. That's a lot of clothes to sell.
Yeah. You're doing something with MLB right now too, right?
We did spring training with the A's this last
Okay.
season. We have a Cardinals collab that is going to come out through Nike. Probably going to come out in September. It's a big bomber jacket.
Are you guys like a nationally known brand now, you think?
I mean, people know about us in different states, but
Well, you were talking about like even like your friend that has the Eastside Tennis.
Yeah.
Like where's that at?
He's in LA.
Okay.
And has a brick and mortar store called Grand Slam, which he's onto something there. It's dope. Really dope.
Okay. And so you guys
At a faster pace than we were.
Really?
Yeah.
But similar type of vibe, started the same.
Yeah, just a lifestyle side of tennis, whereas we leaned heavily into golf, and now we're starting to lean more into tennis, just a lifestyle side. But
Is it because you started playing tennis more?
yeah, I mean, Greg got me really into it. He's like, dude, tennis. And then I got him into golf, and he started getting the golf bug. It's wild.
Well, I mean, I've worn that Eastside Tennis shirt around plenty of times, and I get questioned on it all the time. And I was like, I don't know. Jeremy gave it to me.
It's a cool brand.
It's a cool shirt. I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah.
And then do you do anything with the NBA anymore? Because I know like you've done stuff in the past, right?
Yeah, we've done a few projects with the Suns. We're working on something for All-Star that's going to be here in February of next year, week after Phoenix Open.
27?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was showing me that this morning. You know, like how a lot of the hats now have a lot of stuff on the sides. Have you
Yeah.
seen that?
Yeah.
These ones are going to have a lot of stuff from the back, side, front.
Yeah.
But it seems to be like that's.
Do you think fitted hats will come back into style?
Fitted backs are way back.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that, dude?
As a kid, I would always wear like the fitted, new era baseball hats.
Yeah.
And then everything went to snapback and.
We got a bunch of fitteds that are coming soon, and we'll do some good marketing behind it. And
That's a good question, dude. I haven't seen a fitted hat in quite some time.
Yeah. And then I know we touched on this, but back to Grass Clippings for a minute. So you guys are in the golf shop at Grass Clippings.
Were.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
Once you became an owner of the Grass League, could do that?
No.
Or what? Or they just did their own thing?
You can air it. I don't care. They wanted me to pay a bunch of money to do a build out in that little poker room area.
oh, yeah.
They moved us from the wall into the poker room. The lighting was shit. Then they wanted us to do like this huge build out. And I'm like, why? My wife and I were like, why would we pay money to do a build out in a store that we don't own when truthfully Troon, who runs it, can just go get their own Nike and Jordan account. We didn't tell them that.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I got an email like last week. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, we got our own Nike and Jordan account now. We don't need you.
Well, maybe that's what the meeting about
I don't know.
today is.
I don't even know if Jimmy knows.
Yeah.
They got a new guy in there.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a while there, it seemed like everybody working there was like family and friends and young dudes, and the vibe there is great. I mean,
it's so good.
The place is amazing.
It's great.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll go back
Yeah.
when they realize footwear is not as easy as it looks.
I think that's a misnomer from a lot of people about how difficult it is to actually in the margins on just clothing, shirts, shorts, shoes.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's not as easy. It looks fun. It looks cool, but it's certainly not easy.
Is selling footwear more difficult than shirts and shorts and?
Footwear is easier by far.
Footwear is.
There's always going to be a buyer for a shoe.
Okay.
Some apparel's tough.
Is making your own apparel and your own brand, is that more difficult selling here, or does that sell quicker than just like national brands?
It's our third best selling brand behind Nike and Jordan in the store. And I mean, you are like with the shorts program that we launched, the first time we launched it was definitely a big risk, but
everybody seems to want them.
they're moving.
Yeah. And the socks for sure obviously fly.
Socks are great.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the socks, you know the socks.
Yeah.
So is the dude you were talking about before that designed the logo, did he design the one with the cactus and the shoes hanging?
Yeah. So the cactus wasn't even our logo. And it was Greg, the guy, as you said, tennis.
So, I mean, yeah.
So he gave me like an apparel pack when he gave us our original logos, and the shirt had the M with the period on the front, and the back was like an Art Deco sunset scene, and it had cacti on the back, and they each had shoes hanging from them. And the first time we launched it, sold way better than anything we ever made. I was like, whoa, we got to make that again.
Yeah.
And then we did something else with the cactus. Then we did a long sleeve. Then we did a hoodie. And everything we put that cactus on just flew. So then we trademarked it, and now it's
yours.
Yeah.
So what's the future for you guys? Like, what do you think?
I'd like to continue growing just the Manor brand and putting more SKUs in and more energy behind that. I think that's where the value is, and I feel like that's what Phoenix wants. It's almost like they come here before they go on a trip somewhere just to show they're from the city without buying a City of Phoenix t-shirt.
Yeah. Dude, that's so true. It really is so true. What about so I guess, I mean, the brand is Arizona, but have you ever thought about opening a store outside?
I have. I mean,
It'd be so hard.
it sounded a lot easier, and then I opened Gilbert, which is 45 minutes away. And I know the challenges have gone into that, but I mean, we're figuring it out.
I think if you guys could get an Old Town store, that would be great there, or even like maybe PV Mall area, because that's blowing up.
Yeah, I
we
think the
live
nice
up
thing
by
with
there.
Old Town is it's a whole new demo with all the tourists that are down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's some good boutique-y stores that do really well down there.
That Jenny's ice cream looks like it crushes.
Jenny's Ice Cream does phenomenal. Then there's the, what's the store from Flagstaff? That's
Rooster
got like
Bus?
Rooster Bus. I mean, Rooster
Yeah.
Bus crushes.
Mark does great.
Yeah, and that store originated in Flag, right?
No, his background was Buckle. You remember the store Buckle?
It was?
He used to be like a big, like a regional guy with Buckle.
Oh,
and I met him. It was a bus. That was his original thing, and he was at Phoenix Flea doing pop-ups out of a school bus, old school bus.
Oh wow. Well, I know he's got a shop up in Flag.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, talk about brands. I mean, he's got huge brands in those stores.
Yeah.
And a little bar in there. But anyways, that's like a perfect example of what does really well down there. And then they have a whole hat store right down the street that crushes it as well. But yeah, there is a lot of little boutique-y things in there. It is, as I live right there, it's nuts. During like good weather, how many tourists are in that area?
Right.
I mean, it's tough to even drive in that area.
And there's only so many turquoise bracelets they can buy.
Dude, there's not that many. I mean, if a cigar vape store can crush it, then you can have, because there's 2 of those. But like literally right on Fifth Avenue, it's crazy. But there's like all kinds of just cool boutique. I mean, there's sock stores, just plain socks that still do well.
Right.
So I think that would obviously be a good location, but it's probably pretty spendy for rent down there too.
I haven't gotten actual numbers. I don't think it's going to be far off from here.
So one last question. So has AI helped you guys at all?
I think AI is a good starter. I haven't figured out how to implement it to make us more efficient, but it's a good way to get your ideas going.
Yeah. The automation side, I was just curious if like from a e-commerce sort of factor, or just even like, I mean, I guess really from that, how it could just systematize and create workflows.
Well, yeah.
You don't even do
anything.
You don't even know what happens. It's just all of a sudden you get money in your bank. It feels like that's how they sell it at least.
Well, we can go in now, like the back end of what we use, it's called Shopify, and put what's the best selling women's size for this brand, or like just ask it very specific questions, and it'll pull all the data versus going in, pulling the report, sorting. And it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's freaking nuts.
Quick question: is this floor old basketball court, or is it?
It's not.
It's not.
The original idea was that we could find one.
Yeah.
And we finally just ran out of time and had to pick. Okay. So
I mean,
we had them come in and paint the stripes.
It looks like it's like some old gym floor. You know, it's cool.
The guy that installed this, the company, they used to do like they did the Suns court before. But
nice. Well, maybe at the next All-Star game you can get a piece, and
that would be sick.
That'd be awesome.
It's actually a good
ask. Robert Sarver had the old Suns, like the old All-Star one in his house when he owned the team.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
I'm sure Ishbia will take the next one.
Yeah. Just kidding. Well, cool, man. I appreciate allowing us to come in here and do this, and
yeah, thanks for coming.
I'm looking forward to it. And like he said, we're going to try to get the Halsleton boys to answer some of these questions for you. Yeah. Next time we see if we can ever lock them in. But what's the address of this location?
100 East Camelback, Suite 102.
And what about Gilbert?
3150 East Ray, Suite 188.
And you're right there in Agritopia?
Yeah, right next door to Buck and Ryder.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so if anybody out there wants to meet the guy that got the ability to leave the mortgage business and come. One last thing I'm gonna say.
Here's the example.
He goes. I have this haircut to remind me every day why I'm not in the mortgage business anymore.
1,000%.
Thanks, Brad. I'm like, fuck.
So if you ever get his haircut, we'll know you're out.
Yeah. No, I love the business.
Well, you asked me. You said, "What the fuck is that haircut?"
I didn't say it like that.
Oh yeah, more PG.
Yeah, well, I was just like, I mean, the guy's just like living his best life over here, and I'm freaking parting my hair on the side. I'm gonna wear button-up shirts, go to work.
You look sharp though.
But anyways, yeah, thank you for letting us come in here.
Yeah.
And do this. It's sort of super cool for kids and for adults. And online, so your Instagram is just Manor.
Manor PHX.
Manor PHX. And then website is what?
ManorPHX.com.
How's the Malbon?
Crushes.
Crushes.
Women's too.
Dude, I was gonna say the shirt right here. I would have bought that today, but it's a medium. My wife's a small.
We got a black one.
In small?
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it. Cut that part. All right. So, that's a wrap. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you
very much.
Appreciate it.